I need to do some explaining because people are saying, who? Who is this John Lamb guy? So I got to make it clear. Let me sit down. Try to get up. I can do this gracefully. I know it. There you go. Just like my mama taught me. Anyway, John Lamb. He lives here. He's in St. Pete. He is an icon. He's more than an icon, though. He's just a marvelous human being. He's a bassist, and he was born in 1933. I'll let you do the math. And he played with everybody, from Billie Holiday to Ella to everybody, like Carmen, like everybody. And he, for at least 10 years, he worked with Duke Ellington as the bassist. Yeah. Not an easy job, but he had the stuff to do that, because on Ellington's charts, he didn't always tell you what to do. True. Ellington, for the first time, he was inexperienced as a traveling musician. He was with all these, horn sections. They had been going out for years, and he was like, huh? But he did it. He hung, okay? He proved himself to himself and to everyone else. Anyway, he came, like I said before, he came back home. And it's really interesting. What I've learned about him is so many things. And I'm going to have these guys tell a little something, because we got to talk a little bit. Let me just give you a heads up. This is being videotaped for John, so he'll get to see it. I didn't want to get you nervous in the first set. You'd be like, have to clap just right. But he has meant. I came into this late in my life, like I said, and going towards my older years. Oh my God, I am so lucky. I am so blessed to have encountered such an amazing spirit. He has been so helpful to me. He has given me criticism. We have shared so many things in common. Number one, his name is John. That's the name of my oldest brother, Johnny, okay, who's no longer with us. But, I love my big brother. I didn't see him that much because he was so much older, but, it just makes sense that he'd be named John. Plus, he's almost the age of my oldest sister, my half-sister. So... And he spent time in Philly. I'm from Philly. I'm here in Florida. I'm from North Philly. He knows about North Philly. I'm like, ooh. Plus, just to be real, he's African American. He's black. There are certain things that happen when you're black that you may not be aware of, if you're not black. It's just what it is. And we've been able to talk very frankly about some of those things. It's been really helpful. And also, he's such an amazing spirit. He chooses to see the good in people. When he's playing the bass, he chooses. He wants to see the good in people. And he does, because there is always good in people. That I have learned. He has fun with the guys in the band. He has fun with all of you. He has fun with the music. He's humble, yet he is solid. More solid than a rock. So anyway, I just wanted to clarify. Does anybody have any questions about that? Oh, okay. So why isn't he not here? Okay. Well, he kind of is. He is here. He's here in spirit. I can feel him, and I hope you can too. Steve, what do you think? You have anything to say about this? Yeah. Pick up that microphone, Steve. Steve Boyson.
Yeah. So John also, in addition to his musical career, he was a teacher for many years in Pinellas County, and a lot of people are his students. And when I got to know him, I wanted to know all the history of jazz bass and what it was like playing bass with Ellington, and how did you play this particular song. But he also, became a mentor to me, as he was to a lot of jazz musicians, and I was very fortunate to have somebody like him, legendary bass player, played with one of the great bands. But not only did he teach me things and answer my questions, he always challenged me too. And, that's what a teacher does too. It's not that they just give you all the answers. They just challenge you and say, well, what's your version? How do you do it? And so he's never just shown me it. I always had to work a little bit for John. And my favorite John story is for his 85th birthday, we had a concert. We were all there. And they asked at the Palladium Theater, and they asked me to put together a bass quartet, which is unusual. So we did a bass quartet with Alejandro and other bass players, and we played a song that I arranged for John, his favorite standard to play, Sweet Sue. And he came backstage and he grabbed me and he said, "Did you arrange that just for me?" I said, yeah, John, I knew you loved that song, so I wanted to play that for you. And he said, "Well, you played it too fast." And he was right. We did play it a little too fast. But that's kind of, he encourages me, but also, and I think with all students, he challenges you, and he holds everybody to a very high standard. So that's my thoughts on John.
Yes. We'll do one more. Then we're going to get to Mark later.
Hey, nobody puts Mark in the corner. John has always been the best to me. I just love him so incredibly much. He means the world to me. I just don't know how to put it in words, Just his presence, his vibe, his energy, his soul. He's always been super encouraging to me. Coming up to me during gigs, after gigs, before gigs, and just always cheering me up, always making me feel like I was important, like I had something special. And coming from him, it meant the world to me. And he's always been somebody that I love and adore, and I hope to share many more moments with him. Yeah.
Oh, heck, we're on a roll. We might as well you want Mark to speak now? All right, go ahead, Mark.
I really didn't expect to be speaking tonight. I'm just kidding. I always keep the sheet music for God Bless the Child in my pocket. Drummers and bass players are required to have a special connection. It's just a thing. Like, drummers and bass players go together. It's this, connection. And I was a young blood, as he would call me, growing up, and he would see me playing gigs, and he was, of course, always encouraging, and he was, forceful with what he had to say, and he would just, got on me about things, and, had me come over to his place and just play with a ride cymbal while he played one note, and we did that for so long, and it was just this having a mentor, and it was I would say it's like having a big brother, but really he's younger than me, it seems, because he just is. But then as I became an adult, I was telling these guys that I'm supposed to be an adult, but I'm not really an adult. I even have a child, and when I had that child, I walked into a room where he was watching the music. It was a James Suggs concert, and he said, "Give me the baby." And my child Luna took to him immediately, and they played and they danced, and I watched her enjoy live music for one of the first times with John. And in addition to just doing that and being welcoming to me, I'm in a band with John and Alejandro called La Lucha, and John was so welcoming and encouraging of us, and he doesn't want me saying this, so we'll redact this in the documentary, that he was a secret patron to La Lucha early on. Had us taking off the mic. We want to give a shout out to our sound guy, Jeff for night. And but John was very encouraging of La Lucha and giving us tips on what to do and how to make it in this really hard lifestyle that we do. And so, John and I have had this unspoken language on stage where all he has to do is kind of turn to me a little bit or do a thing with a head nod or just something little. It's just like a flap of a butterfly wings, and everything on stage shifts.
Yes.
And he's always done that, and all of us just get his language. So when we speak with John, there are no words that need to be said because he can say it with just a small movement. And that's one of the reasons why I think all of us love John Lamb.
John is a star. But he didn't seek stardom for himself so that he could be well known and be a celebrity or any of that stuff. John, he just wants to make whatever is happening with the music better. He's about supporting each. I couldn't even get him to tell me stuff for this concert. You know, he was supposed to be here. And I'm talking to him, saying, so John, what do you want? I just want you to look good. I want John to look good. It's all about that. That's what he was like with the Duke. It was the same thing. So he brings that. That is such a selfless yet confident, because he knows he can make us look good. Yes.
We all wish him well.
Oh, yes. So we are going to, I hope you remember this, we're going to forget for moments because we're just going to get into the present. But I want you to really try to make an effort during this concert, during the rest of it, to take those moments to say, this one's for you, John. Energy. Shoot it on out there, okay? Because we all need this, and I do believe it works. So let's do it.